Right, we're back, and today we are going to be fitting the parameter kit around the back of the lorry. So, our first task is to work out how we do it. I've already had a quick look, and I think we need to drill these rivets out here, take these rubber bits off. They've got a metal plate that sits there. Drill those drill those rivets out, take that metal plate off, take the rubber bits out, get rid of them, and then we replace these for nuts and bolts. Probably stainless steel so they don't rust. But then the problem is they'll be silver and we've got black parameter kit. So I think if we did that and get little nut covers for the back of them, they go over the top and that should keep it fairly neat.
Professional.
What do you think? Sounds like a plan?
Yep.
Sounds like a plan. So our first job would be to get a drill these rivets out. The top, I think we need to drill holes in the wing kit. And I think it needs to bend to flex it because it's a straight piece. I think we need to drill top holes, sorry. So we need to line it up, probably clamp it, mark the holes, drill the holes, bolt it at the top, run the cables. Now the guy that took it off, he's left it all in one cable, all attached, already pre-wired. I don't know how well that's going to be or how easy that's going to be to fit, because you've got 5 pieces, all connected by one cable. And ideally, you'd want to start at the top and work your way down each side so you get it nice and square. But the guy that's wired it up's done quite a neat job. So,
no pressure. Do
we cut the wire in and rewire it, or do we try and leave it and try and fit it in a wanna? Decisions. But the first job is to drill these off. Right, so we've taken the rivets out, so that should last one. That takes that off. So that's your rubber bit, sits in there, and that's your plate that sits over the top. A couple of rivets just try and squeeze out, but we'll get them out. Yeah. There we go. But we have made a few issues here. But I'm not going to stress. I'll get my man to paint them tomorrow, hopefully. So we need to try and get the rest of them off tonight so we can give them a quick paint tomorrow. So that sits on the inside of there. There's just a bit of a metal bracket, but that will sit on here. That'll sit. Where is it? It's one of these pieces, isn't it? Just for example, that will sit under there, and then that will sit over the top to hold that in on the back of the cab. You have to pass me them.
It's all 3 you're using.
Just the one. Are you okay? If you think that's not going in. And that's another one. Off. And a bracket. Go and take that for a drive, please. Cheers, John.
it's slightly cracked at the top.
Oh, now you're telling me. So you already knew about that?
That's been like that the whole time, wasn't it?
Has it? Aye, alright. You think? You can tell it's old?
Oh, an old crack on it.
So I think this has had a new wind deflector at some point. Because, mind you, it's got the same thing. These rivets aren't the same as all the other three. So I reckon it's had a new wind deflector at some point in its life. Because it just doesn't feel the same. Right, that's all those drilled out. So we have got to we'll just clean up these behind so that's nice and clean. And then we shall, tomorrow, I'll get some stainless bolts, washers, nuts, and then we shall fit them back on as well as the perimeter kit. And then it's the fun job of wiring. My favourite. Not. So I'll give the trims a wee clean just to make sure all the dirt and that's from behind them is off, and then we shall fit the perimeter kit. We just need to work out how we're doing this. I take it they're my bolts for my thingies, because they're all wired up in one sequence. So they're all connected together with the wires. So we need to try and, so if we take the two of them together here,
Yeah.
one man can hold that side. If I take these two together, one man can hold that side.
And you go up with that.
And then I'll go up in the middle. We'll start in the middle with the top one.
Let's go to put this one with this one.
Yeah,
Together, right?
yeah. But the wiring is, see, that comes down. Yeah, so as long as it's free, that's it.
Okay.
So if we put these two together like this,
You do it.
cheers boss. Just so we can hold it a bit easier. Like that and like that. There's cables going everywhere, man. What's all that about? Well, yeah, you need power, yeah, but as far as I was aware, they're for beacons, that's why. I remember him telling me this. They're for beacons. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do then. So we'll just tape that to that for now. More tape. And then if I get the clamps, because I need to drill the holes for this, if we put that on the outside first in place, mark the holes, drill the holes, then put it back up. Bine, bine. I'll hold that. And then I'll hold that for Demarel. Okay, you hold that. Right, now I need to climb up there. You ever grab that end? It would have been easier if we just cut the cables, I think. But the guys seem to have done a good job of wiring it up, so. Right. Jordan, you're gonna have to go higher, mate. Because that fits in there. And And that fits in there. Up a little bit more, Demiro. Well, I can't. What am I hooked on? That's better. Thank you, boss. I think if we put that on the outside first. I don't think we can't really cock this up because it's impossible. Yeah. You alright, boss?
Me?
Yeah.
Of course I'm alright.
Good. Right, so we have marked all the holes where the parameter kit would go. We just need to do a little pilot hole. I was trying to do it from the front, but I couldn't do it for the front, so we're going to do it for the back with a little pilot hole, and then we'll go in. When we've got the little pilot hole going through the front, through the back, sorry, we'll go in through the front with a big 6mm, so we can get the 6mm bolt through. So we shall do that just now. Well, they don't make life easy, do they?
It's not easy, is it?
It's not easy, is it, Jordan? Let's go out the way. Bullseye. That one. One. Oh, crikey. Nope. How am I supposed to do this then?
It is coming there.
I'll see if I can get it short a bit. There we go. Or do I just do it with my finger? No. I'm sure this is how Transtech do it. Bullseye. You getting stuff in your eye?
No.
Ah. So we've done the pilot holes. Now we need to do the big holes. But the big holes we'll do from this side. Right. Crikey, look at the state of me. What do you need to do now? Crikey, get really itchy. Did you take that off? All you did, I was just put the bolts in. Just put the bolts at the top. I'll do that once it's fitted, so I'll see where it is. Yeah. So now we need to lift it back up. Are we ready? How does my marking go? Did you press record though? Mm-hmm. That's good. I'm not reenacting this. You hold that one, I've got this one. We've got the other bits to fit, but I just put a bolt in. So it holds them up. And then I can take one piece off, put the other piece on. Job's a peach. Okay.
Nice.
Same goes for you, Jordan. You got both pieces, yeah?
Yep.
Glad. Well done. You need to take your big one down. Yeah. Let me put this one. We might need another pack of bolts down a bit, drive. Cheers, boss. Don't worry about that one. Right, lovely job. Can you pass me up two 13mm spanners?
Lucky he's doing that.
Yeah, because you'd give me wheel nuts. And then, see the other packet, there's like washers in the packets. Yeah, the washers. I think it'll be the ones. Thank you, sir. You hold that one, then it's right. Cheers, lad. So it was at this point I realised that Jordan had bought the wrong bolts. It wasn't his fault. I had sent him the link to get the ones to get. So I'd recorded another video of me doing a few other bits to the Scania and replacing these bolts at the same time. But when I've just gone through the edit of this video, I've realised I haven't filmed an ending. So I'm going to combine the two together. So this is the next clip. So when I fitted these originally, I sent my driver to go shopping, but he didn't buy the right stuff. So, so I've ordered the right bolts, stainless bolts, and little petty washers to go over here, and nut caps. So we need to take these ones out and put the new ones in.
Say nut caps again.
Nut caps. So I've got my 10mm socket, a 10mm spanner. We'll pull these out, and we'll put the proper ones in. I didn't need that thing. But we'll keep these in case we need them for someone else in the future. Is there any need? Honestly. So we've got
I also get paid.
we've got bolt, washer, perimeter kit, washer, nylock nut, not a normal nut.
No, it is driving and use a normal nut.
I can't get it in. I had a nylock washer. Now I just dropped it down the side of the fuel tank. And that's it. So now we do that for all of them around the kit. And then we need to put the nut caps on and then wire them. I'm gonna need another one. Nut. These nuts. Got him. Because I'm too fit to touch this in case it's still hot.
That'll be alright.
Be alright now, won't it?
Are you okay?
Cock. The hell was that? This was maybe not the good bit to start recording on. Did you hate it when you span it gets stuck in the... That'll do. We put all the bolts in. Stainless bolts as well, for anybody who cries. And we'll just put black nut caps over the nuts to try and... I was hoping they would hide the washers a bit more, but they don't really, so... But black nut caps over the ones on the black bits, you've got white ones with the white at the top, and then just a case of getting onto wiring. Now, gonna start preparing ourselves wiring at the parameter kit. Now I've never done this before and I don't really know what I'm doing, so we are just sort of winging it. But what I'm thinking is here, I think is like the main route for cables to go into the dashboard. So if we can get this open, we might be able to run a cable sort of through the original factory wiring. We need to tilt the cab obviously, underneath here, and then coming up the back of the cab, sort of up this pole and join onto the original wiring here. Now we're trying to, this isn't personally how I would want to do it, having the cable coming out there, because from the old person I think they had it going through the loop at the back there, but I don't really want to take the interior wall out of the back of the cab because it will take the double bunk down and all that. It's quite a lot of work and I don't really have the time, to be honest. So I'm thinking if, at least for now, we'll wire it up underneath there. And if it was me personally, I would have brought them out on the bottom light going this way rather than through the back of the cab. I mean, I suppose if they're in the cab, there's chance of water ingress and all that sort of stuff, but at the minute it's just a bit too much work for what we've got to try, and the time scale we've got to try and get all this done in, because this is a working truck. So once I've run a bit of paint over there, we'll start doing these, take this off, see what's underneath here, and we'll go from there, because the dashboard, just in the inside of the dashboard here, is the main fuse panel, which I'm hoping we've got a live or a trigger wire for the relays for a side light, brake light, left indicator, right indicator. If it's not in there, I'm gonna have to try and find it elsewhere. So let's start by taking this panel off and seeing what's underneath here, if we can get it past all these hoses and stuff, which I don't see why not. This isn't what I expected, but it's quite good because there's stuff in there. I actually thought that would almost be a hole. Oh, there is one hole. Well, there's two holes, three holes. So there is actually 3 holes that we should be able to run a cable through in there, hopefully. And it's ideal as well because we've got like a bus bar, which I'm assuming is for an earth, because it looks like an earthing point for them. And looks to me as well like we've got a main live in. So we should be able to get a live and an earth in this point and keep those sort of wires short and small. I don't see it being a huge challenge, but like everything, once you start, it's going to get worse, I suppose. But we'll give it a go, we'll see what happens, and hopefully we don't knacker anything in the process. So our next job will be probably take the dashboard off inside, open that up, see if we can find the trigger wires for the relays, and go from there, I suppose. Like the one that's on the other side of the chain, it'll be strapped to the chain probably. You recording me? So I need to make an apology at this point. I got called out to a job, so I couldn't finish the wiring on the Scania. So I got somebody else to wire the reverter kit for me because it needed done before Truckfest Scotland. So I didn't actually film me or it getting it done. I do apologise. This isn't how I want to finish a video. It's a bit of a teaser. I can only apologise on that front. I will sort it out in the future. But the perimeter kit is wired up. I'll give you a quick view in the next clip. And unfortunately, that'll be it for today. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you on the next one.